Are we not being clear? We're trying to tell you that the entire planet is about to be destroyed.
Okay.
Well, it's, just something we do around here. We just keep the bad news light.
Right.
In case you haven't noticed, it's hot out in all sorts of places, all around the world. We have thoughts on the climate crisis from the man behind the recent movie, Don't Look Up, Academy Award-winning director Adam McKay.
This past week around the planet, we've seen the highest temperature ever recorded in the UK, catastrophic heat and fires in Spain, Portugal, France, Morocco, China, large swaths of the US, not to mention the tail end of near biblical unprecedented flooding in Australia. Temperatures and events that were predicted for the year 2050 are happening right now, which means that while we always knew that man-made carbon emissions cause global warming, the speed of that warming, which in fairness, scientists warned us was hard to predict, is much, much faster than we ever thought. And yeah, this should be extremely alarming to everyone. Heat events, flooding, fires, storms, blackouts, food shortages, and mega droughts are coming more and more. And after this week, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or whatever, the time for tolerating inaction on climate should be over. If a government is too corrupt or incompetent to take real action on climate, vote them out quickly. If a media outlet refuses to talk about climate or downplays it, turn the channel. If a company won't stop emitting carbon, stop buying their product. Before anyone gets too down about what just happened this week, remember, we have the science, but we have to start using it on a large World War II level scale and taking action right this very second. Or, as is now very clear after this week, we will lose everything much, much faster than we ever thought.
The world is made up of two kinds of people, those who can and those who won't.
It's the way I am.
Those who can know that hesitation is the enemy of innovation. That never been done before is the best reason to get it done.
All right, come on, let's get going.
And that time wasted drives us nuts. We remove can't, won't, and never from our lexicon, and are driven by the challenge of humanity's biggest problems, like the climate crisis. We recognize that we're at the boiling point.
The impacts of climate change are increasing and inevitable.
But the greater the threat, the stronger our drive. On the front lines of the solar revolution are some of the most driven individuals, dedicated to preserving the planet by helping people convert to a sustainable lifestyle. These are the hands. These are the faces of the warriors of light.
Every day is a challenge, whether it's cold, it's rainy, it's hot.
I think it's supposed to be about 99 degrees today. The roof is probably like 10, 15 degrees hotter than on the ground. We're all panel ready and everything. Now we're just slapping glass.
I love what I do. Every single day I work, I provide one home, 25 years of sustainable energy.
Yeah, I like providing homes with clean energy so people can reduce their carbon footprint. I want to keep doing it until every house in America has solar.
This is for my son, because this is the planet that he's going to inherit when we're all gone.
I take a lot of pride in my work. We're helping save the planet, one house at a time.
We've helped clean energy reach a momentous tipping point. For the first time ever, producing more power than coal across the U.S.
The clean energy movement is doing great. The technology is only getting better, and the costs are coming down.
It's cool to see it actually start happening more and more on a large scale.
More and more people are becoming aware.
We just started climbing a rocket ship.
The climate crisis poses a real threat to all life on Earth.
The story of the future is being written right here, right now.
The alarm has been sounded, and we must answer the call. You understand that, and you're driven to do something about it, working against all odds, fighting the elements, keeping focus on that higher purpose to care for our collective home, our planet.
I'm Ben, and I'm a warrior of light. I'm Jacob.
I'm William.
I'm Jed. I'm Mike.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Abby.
I'm Nick. I'm a warrior of light.
I'm a warrior of light.
Warrior of light.
Warrior of light.
My name is Vicky, and I am a warrior of light.
Power is power. Through the Power platform, an ordinary person can do extraordinary things. As a power consultant, for instance, I've been able to take the power away from the utility companies and giving it back to many homeowners like my neighbor next door. Now, they had the power to produce their own electricity using just sunlight, creating tremendous impact not only to the environment but also to their own pockets. My name is Ubaldo Torres. I am a power warrior.
Baldo's a good man. He's a very good salesman. He's very friendly and personal. And he came to my home after everything was installed. And he was, like I said, very personal. I felt very comfortable with him. And he was convincing in the beginning, from the beginning to the end. And he's always available. If I have any questions, I could call him up. And like I said, he's a very good person.
Encontramos con nuestro amigo Marco Naranjo, que lo conocimos así, bueno, hace un año atrás, era desconocido para mí, hoy es una gran persona, un amigo, le instalamos el sistema solar y está muy contento, está ahorrando y nos ha referido ya a varias personas de su círculo amistoso. Marco, ¿qué usted tiene que decirle a su dueño de casa que todavía no lo creen, no lo han puesto el sistema?
Siga, que hagan las cosas, que eso vale la pena, que es bueno, es excelente. Tengo 3 meses de no pagar luz, tengo 3 meses de recibir un bill en cero, así que no hay más nada que decir, simplemente seguir para adelante y aprovechar la energía solar, que eso es el futuro.
Exacto.
Eso es lo bueno.
Sí, no, gracias Marco, nosotros nos sentimos contentos porque mucha gente a veces no piensa o no cree que puede ser cierto, que dice que voy a ahorrar, y entonces la duda es lo que lo mantiene con ese temor. Y nosotros le damos las gracias a personas como Marco que han confiado en nosotros, de darle poderle explicar y decirle cómo funciona todo. Y gracias a don Marco está contento, recibiendo beneficios con el bill, también recibiendo un cheque por los referidos, ¿verdad Marco?
Claro que sí, no, y como le digo, hay que intentarlo, hay que hacerlo porque es bueno, vale la pena.
Claro que sí, claro. Muchas gracias Marco, y a los que no se han animado todavía, pues que se animen y lo llamen, que le vamos a poner a ahorrar. Sí. Claro que sí.
Bueno.
Okay, let me show you now a few examples of homeowners who make the switch to solar, and you're gonna be able to see the power bill before solar and after solar. It's a huge difference. You're gonna be surprised.
An ambitious plan today from the Murphy administration. The governor announcing he intends to reach 100% clean energy in the state 15 years earlier than his initial target. The goals were outlined during a speech at Rutgers University, where Governor Murphy vowed to hit his renewable energy promise by 2035 instead of 2050 and require all new vehicles to have zero emissions by the same time frame. Those are just the tip of the iceberg in what the state hopes will be an aggressive move to combat climate change. Senior political correspondent David Cruz reports.
I'm proud to live in a state where we have a governor who intersects climate solutions with health equity, economic prosperity, and environmental justice.
Inside, the governor was touting his record of accomplishments and introducing new measures in what seemed as much intended as a speech for a national audience as it was for his environmental allies in the room.
So the first three steps that we are taking today, all to be memorialized by executive orders that have already been signed. Moving our target for a 100% clean energy state ahead by 15 years from 2050 to 2035.
Incentivizing and subsidizing electrification of home heating and cooling systems, and the plan to work with energy companies and others to put together a plan to decrease dependence on fossil fuels. All great on paper, say his detractors outside, even the part about retooling the state's energy master plan and putting some teeth into the environmental justice bill that passed in 2020. But those are more promises that ring hollow to the skeptics outside.
It was passed 3 years ago and we have not seen any further progress on it. And if environmental justice is really important to you, then show us, prove it, stay true to your word and, help us move forward with passing the EJ bill.
Our work is not done. We re-entered the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative and rejoined the Comprehensive and Collaborative Multi-State Partnership to curb the carbon emissions that contribute to climate change. We set a goal of achieving a 100% clean energy economy by the year 2050. And to achieve this goal, we are leaning into offshore wind with one of the nation's most ambitious programs. We are investing heavily in electric vehicle infrastructure and helping get more EVs on the road through highly successful incentive programs.
All nice environmental bona fides, but when they want to build a power plant in your backyard,
reject the power plants now!
There's no room for symbolic gestures. I'm David Cruz, NJ Spotlight News.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Budd. I'm the CEO and founder of Power. And if you made it this far, you've probably heard incredible reasons to join our company already. But I want to take a minute to share with you where this company really came from. 12 years ago, 2010, I was making lots of money. I had a successful digital publishing company, but something was missing. And I really wanted the work that I actually do every day to be making a difference, to be helping to solve some of the challenges going on our planet. And I got a call one day from my friend Jim Bunch, and he said, "Hey man, I'm going on this trip with this organization, the Pachamama Alliance, and I think you should come. Can you come to the Amazon rainforest?" For some strange reason, I said yes. So I went down to the Amazon rainforest with the Pachamama Alliance, spending time with this culture that has no concept of trash, that has lived for thousands of years in that forest. And down there, in the middle of a ceremony with one of the elder shamans of this tribe, the vision for power came to me. What I knew in that moment was that I was meant to come back and start an organization, the first of its kind, that was going to figure out how to enable anyone to earn their livelihood and participate in the clean energy or solar revolution. And it took me almost 10 years to really figure out what it was, following the clues and the signs that has ultimately led to where we are today, which is this absolutely disruptive platform for the solar energy industry. Power is truly here to make the biggest difference we possibly can aiding our world in becoming sustainable, getting as much carbon out of the atmosphere as possible, and delivering the next generation of infrastructure that society is going to be built on. Now, on top of that, our purpose is to reward financially the people who make that happen more than they ever have been in their lives before. We have this fundamental belief that if you get paid really well to do good, then you're going to do more good. The vision for Power is to build the largest clean energy platform on planet Earth. And I think the potential for Power is to truly be a global distributed energy utility that is delivering essential services that we all need for survival at breakthrough costs. This is not just solar power. This is solar power plus storage so that we can become our own utility and we're truly grid independent. This is transportation, whether that's electric vehicles or other forms of transportation that are coming. This is, of course, our appliances and the electrification of the home. This is how we grow food, how we source water. All of these are going to be challenges in the future, and technologies are enabling a new type of way to meet these needs. So this is an incredibly exciting time, and the platform is just in its infancy, and we're now getting to the point where we're able to add so many different types of installers, whether it's HVAC contractors, roofers, solar installers, all of the infrastructure that we need to live in a sustainable world, save money, and lower our carbon footprint. This platform is going to be able to sell and fulfill. I truly think this represents a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and there is no other company, not one, that is close to where we are today in giving you the opportunity to participate. Power is owned truly by the people. We have now done 2 record-breaking crowdfunding rounds in which we let every single person in our ecosystem become equity owners of the company. In addition, we offer stock options to every single person who joins the company if they hit certain performance criteria. And we want it that way because truly our purpose here is to shift as much wealth to the people who are building the clean energy economy as we possibly can. This is truly the time to leave your mark. This is the time to go big, to make your dreams come true, to build that career, that lifestyle, that best life that you've envisioned for yourself, making a difference, doing it with people you love, and creating the financial prosperity that you know is possible for you. So, it's been my honor to meet you and share with you a little about the vision, origin, and purpose of Power. Now it's your turn to join this amazing company, and let's go out there and accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy together.
I'm really excited for this family. I'm excited for the pride in having this home and the quality of the home and all the love that we put into it. Excited for that, for them. I'm excited for the duration, how long it's going to last in their lives and what it's going to make possible, and the different feeling they're going to have in their life because they've got this home now souped up with electrical from solar, the battery system, small battery system. It's about 8 car batteries, but enough to power their refrigerator, their lights, some of their other small appliances and things they need.
La verdad no sé cómo, estoy muy agradecido con todos ustedes y pues no sé cómo pagarles, pero que Dios les siga bendiciendo y que siempre tenga, que siempre les dé ese buen corazón para que sigan ayudando a muchas familias así como nosotros.
Espero aquí pues, que puedan regresar a venir a visitarnos. Son bienvenidos.
I feel blessed to be here. I feel humble to help this family to have their own home and basically transforming their life. What I was trying to do when I joined Power was doing something bigger than myself and doing something with purpose. That's exactly what I'm doing today. It's a blessing. It's a blessing when you help family, people, good people like you. So I handle the key for you guys, and I hope this is a better order for you. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
my first home build. Hopefully it will not be my last.
I'll be coming back next build and the build after that. I just want to do more now. I want to find other ways of giving back.
La verdad es una experiencia espectacular, única y súper importante de poner en contraste nuestro día a día, frenar un poco y pensar en que hay otras realidades, otras situaciones y lo importante que puede ser para una familia tener una oportunidad nueva como una casa.
Just feel and anchor this moment right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we are living our best freaking life.
Projects like this are going to leave a long-lasting impact, not only on this family, but on every single one of us who was here to be a part of this incredible journey.
1, 2, 3.
Today, we are going to introduce another amazing one of our top people, Mr. Ubaldo Torres. Those of you who know Ubaldo, raise your hand, say hi. All right, you're about to meet somebody who came from nothing and became #1 in our company in a short amount of time. He was #1 on the impact journey. He's an amazing guy. Let's give him a huge power welcome, and he's going to talk about how to go deep in your niches, because the riches are in your niches. All right, brother, light it up, light it up. You got it.
Hello, Power family. Oh my God. Feels great to be here. I can't believe it, but the reason we're here is one it's simple, okay? I dream, I believe, and I was inspired. A year and a half ago, I saw Jim Bunch, I saw Jonathan Bott, I saw Charles Thompson. And I was like, I want to be there one day. I want to be there, not because I love the spotlight. Basically, I'm the opposite. I like to be behind the scenes, but because I was inspired, I want to see how all the people get inspired by my story, because it's kind of funny. It's kind of crazy story, and at the same time, it's something that I'm impressed. I'm impressed because I came from nothing, like Jim Brown says. I came originally from the Dominican Republic, and basically I was an athlete for many years. I represent my country. I was recruited as a high jumper, as you can see in the picture. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of discipline in order to be an athlete. Doesn't necessarily mean that you got to be an athlete in order to be better solar consultant. But, the discipline that you learn from being an athlete is something that you're going to take forever. That's exactly what happened. I got the fortune to be around, the best athlete, not just in the world, from the history of the sport. So it's something that I learned. And also, I think it's good when you surround with good people, you're going to be better. That's definitely, because the mindset that you learn is something that's going to help you definitely. So, as you can see in the picture, I have a tough life. I have to work 7 to 3 p.m., 4 to 6, I gotta go to train, and 6 to 10, I gotta go to school, because I'm the younger of 8 siblings. So I am the first person to go to college in my family. I mean, after my sister, obviously, she was like most of my friends, they drop off the school because, the excuse, number one, no time. They had no time. But I was making time. I was doing everything, basically. So I graduated. I continued my education, as you can see, in Rutgers University. I never stopped learning. That's something that I tell people all the time. You never stop learning. The most you know, the most you realize you don't know. The less you know, you think you know everything. So that's simple. So here in the other slide, you can see the niche. When I became solar consultant was difficult, because some people join power under somebody. If you join under one person who do door knocking, you're gonna be doing door knocking. So, but the way I joined power it's a crazy story, because the person that I that I joined under knew nothing about power. Yeah, that's crazy because I called this my friend. She said, "Oh, I was on the phone with my other friend. She's in solar, and she's talking about how excited she is about, solar." And I asked, "What is the name of the company?" She said, "Oh, Power." So I Googled. So I was like a Power, everybody spell Power. The Power, okay. So I called and said, "I find nothing about Power." So I Googled again and said, "Yes, Power." That's something different. With the U, something different. I come from marketing school, so that's marketing. That's different. So, okay. So listen, I want to join this company. I said, "How come?" Yes. She said, "Join." Okay. "But I want to join under you." He said, no way. I don't even have money to join. I don't like solar. I don't know anything about solar. "Yes, I want to join under you." You're going to join. You're going to call your friend today. And tomorrow I'm going to join under you. That's exactly what I did. That was a crazy way to do it because if I have any question, I don't know who asked because this person had no knowledge about solar. So that's exactly what we did. And long story short, I had to figure it out because it was one part of me saying, "Listen, you are good. I have this full-time job." And the other part of me, 5%, well, you got to do better. You got to be doing something different. You got talent, you got potential, you got to do something different. That's exactly what I was looking for. Every day I was looking for this train. This train, it's called the train of the opportunity. I was looking for this train. This train doesn't come every day. This train comes once in a lifetime sometimes. If you jump, it's a small window. If you jump 1 second before, you're going to hit the train. If you jump 1 second after, you're going to hit the train. You're going to miss. You got to be ready to this opportunity. I was looking for this opportunity. That's what I found in Power. I got to do it. I got to find a way. So I find one amazing guy in New Jersey who is my mentor, Anthony DiPiero. He's around here. He's the most amazing guy. I drove almost 40 minutes to meet this guy. And the way he do basically, knocking doors. And I joined him, and I said, "Tony, that's what you do?" We got 10 people slamming the door like this. Oh, my God. So my other partner said, "That's what you want to do? You're doing good in your job, so don't even try it." The other part, "Don't worry, don't take it personal." So I said, "Tony, I got to make it happen, man, because I want to do something different." And that's exactly what we did. I got 5... I got 5 utility bills. I said, "Tony, they need me to do 3, but I'm going to do 5. You know what? I'm going to do 7. So I'm going to do 7 because I want to learn everything about solar." That's exactly what we did, Tony. We closed 1 in person. We closed 1 in virtual, everything. So now I know how to do everything. So I wasn't chasing the money. I wasn't behind the money because I have my full-time job. So hopefully, I was like this. Hopefully, when I become like a consultant, everything goes well because I'm not looking back. So, yeah, that's exactly what we did. I choose my market. I choose my niche market. Basically, I go to the Latino community. Latino taking over. I don't know what's going to happen. White people, you better watch out, white people. So, yeah, I have different people with different background. Every picture has their own story. I don't want to go over it because it's running out of time, but yes, I have, black people, Latino people, Jewish people, white people, everybody. So I don't care. So, yeah, basically what I do is, basically help the homeowner, educate the homeowner. But what's another problem? When you join Power, you can say, "Oh, I'm representing Power." I saw this as an opportunity to brand myself. So that's when I create Robinhood Solar. So now when I go to the homeowner, I don't talk as an employee. I talk you're talking to the owner. So you're doing business with the owner. So it's one advantage for me now, branding as a homeowner, as an owner, talking to the homeowner. So that's Robinhood Solar. I create different marketing stuff. I wrap my car, one of my car. I did a lot of stuff. Probably you haven't even tried. I go to marketing, like conventional marketing, like a magazine. This magazine is delivered to 250,000 homeowners in New Jersey. 250,000. The guy of the magazine said, "You want a quarter of the magazine? I have a page. I want a whole page. Give me the cover page." because I want to be there. I want to be recognized. I want to be, everybody going to know me. So, guys, you're going to separate yourself from the rest of the competition, man. You got to do marketing. I want you, please, raise your hand. Who of you have ever tried going to a radio station, local radio station, or TV, local TV station? None of you. So if you see this picture over here, you got to position it as an expert in the eye of the homeowner. If you see this picture, this is an expert talking to the homeowners, people who are looking there, you know, to know about solar. If you go to different radio stations, there's a lot of people who listen to radio stations, you know, homeowners cooking or doing a lot of stuff. So that's exactly what they're going to do. You're going to do branding yourself. You're going to be recognized. You're going to be out there. Everybody's going to know you because you need to be known, trust, and liked in order to be successful. So I did everything, basically. So that's something that I feel proud. I organized one event for homeowners. Some people go to recruit people, other people. I go to recruit homeowners. There's one event. It's something simple. I set up my whole stuff. I recruit 20 homeowners. 5 contracts in one day. 5 contracts right there. So, yeah. So my main. I mean, I have a lot of good moments in 16 months that I have, but definitely this is the best. You know, we went to Mexico. I feel proud to be part of this organization because it's unbelievable. So winning the contest was really good, but helping the homeowner, helping this family was unbelievable. That was an amazing experience that I will never forget. I can't even remember what happened last week, but I always remember what happened this week, okay? There's a bunch of people you don't know, 20 plus people you don't see in the picture, but a lot of people, good people, man. I love them. So during this trip, I had an opportunity to witness in firsthand something that I knew before. This is something different. We got this guy to my right, the CEO. It's a real combination of genius, the most down-to-earth people, great heart. The guy never stopped working. Like I was like, he's crazy. He's in the roof, doing roofing, sanding, doing everything, and like a one person, normal. And I personally feel like I'm special. They treat me like a special. They treat everybody special, but oh man, we transform the life of this family. You know, Esperanza, Francisco. Thank you. You got Rosanne, the gray hair. She's a coordinator of the project over there, translator as well. You got Jermaine, a guy with a great hair. You see the love he provides to everybody. You got this guy over here, you probably know him, Francisco, giving business soul, prosperity home, you know, Jermaine. And the cherry in the cake was me delivering the key to the family. That was something special. I was like, I told Jonathan, I don't think I deserve because you are the CEO. This is a moment that any CEO, any other person might, you know, take it like a PR moment to gain publicity. He said, no, Ubaldo, you are the winner of the contest. You're going to dedicate the world to the family, or you're going to hand over the keys. Believe me, man, it was like a volcano inside me. I forgot what I was about to say because that was a great feeling because I supposed to speak in Spanish, I speak in English. So I was like, oh my God. So, but it was a good feeling because we transformed the people's lives. I feel like we did something great. These people don't have anything, you know, the basic things that we take for granted. Electricity, you know, running water, all the stuff. So we transformed the life. This young kid that you see over here, Uriel, he has a medical condition where the medication is really, really expensive. They can't even afford. Sometimes they got to choose to eat or buy the medicine for her son. That's a really, really difficult position, guys. That's really difficult. So it touched my heart, and I was like, we got to do something. I mean, we did something great, but I personally, I think like I got to do something even more. I decided to sponsor the kid or cover the medicine for the whole year. I think that I have to do something. Thank you. And I mention this because, I want you to know that it's possible. Because next day I got one M2 and two M1, total $11,000 because of power. $11,000, guys. I was in Mexico. I wasn't even working. I was in Mexico doing something great. So, and that's what I think, Jonathan Bog, when he created this model, this company, the 70-30 thing, the most you get, the most you can provide all of the, you can serve the community, you can help, you can be a better person. I'm a better person, 100%, definitely. I feel grateful, and I'm excited at the same time. So, that was the war hard part of the contest. The war hard part of the contest. But it was another part. It's a play hard. Play hard, unbelievable, man. I got this room in the resort that I have. Unbelievable, man. Listen, I've been in so many hotels and resort and everything. This was the best ever. I gotta go back to the front desk and ask the girl, listen, are you sure this is my room? Make sure it's not Jonathan Butler, no, you Ubaldo, yeah, that's your room. The most amazing place. Well, same thing with the restaurant. We went to the zip lining. Oh my God, Kami asked me about the zip line. Have you been? Yes, I've been on the zip line. My zip line was from this speaker to another, the one I went. This one was like forever, like a 5-6 line, like you feel like you flying, man. That was amazing. They make us feel happy. I want to applaud for Power, man, because this is unbelievable. So you might be asking, how is it possible? How you got this level of confidence? Because I feel confident. I feel like I can do whatever, anything I want. Because I trust, I believe in myself, and I have the best tool. I have the best vehicle. It's Power. It's called Power. So you have to have one big why. Why you doing this? And this is very important because that's gonna give you the opportunity to overcome any obstacle you find in the life, anything. So my why was my mother. Is gonna be forever my mother. She was my reason, and she passed last November, and I thought the entire world was, stopping, but I feel like I need to continue doing what she loved the most. Was helping other people, and that's my commitment. I'm gonna be helping other people the most I can, helping homeowner, helping all the consultant, helping more family like the one we helping in Mexico. So I feel happy, man. You probably gonna be asking, what's the next for Ubaldo? I promise I'm gonna be number 1 for this year. Right now, if the numbers are up to date, and number 1 for the year, and I'm 5th overall, all time, number 5th. 5 place. So watch out, Edgardo, because I'm coming for number 1, okay? so yeah, I'm excited. I'm thankful. I feel blessed to be here, and honestly, I never thought that I gonna be, inspiring other people, like I'm doing. I dream. I want to do that, but in 16 months, it's something like, for some people it's impressive. But I believe we always came to this world to do. No, okay, we came to do great, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Doing great, man. Thank you so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this next speaker I've already mentioned before. Ubaldo Torres is the one that I was reading the letter before. He was absolutely overwhelmed with joy about the impact he's had in his life, his family's life, and the rest of the community. And we asked Ubaldo to come up here and please share what does it take to have the mindset of a winner. So please help me welcome to the stage Mr. Ubaldo Torres. Bring it, brother. Woo! You're welcome. You're welcome. Light him up, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Jim, for the warm welcome. And hello, Power family. How you guys doing? All right. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm grateful for the opportunity for Power. Actually, I was sitting like 2 years ago, right where you are. I was sitting there trying to learn, trying to build my craft. And here I am. So today we're going to discuss confident mindset. And you're probably going to learn how I got from your position to the position where I am right now. So it's a topic that everybody's mentioned, mindset, how to get the right mindset. A lot of book, a lot of seminar, but most people look at the mindset outside of the person itself. So the answer is right inside you. That's happened to me. I'm going to show you just for the next 12 to 15 minutes how I got the right mindset and they got me to the position I'm right now. So I like this quote for the great Usain Bolt. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in determination. That's something really important. We need to know where you at, what are you going to be, and how you're going to get there, what the tools you need to get there. So in my case, I have a tough beginning. You probably know I'm originally from the Dominican Republic. I had to come to, pursue my American dream, and that wasn't a dream at the beginning. It was like a nightmare. But I have this inside me telling me that you have something. You have to pursue. You have to, fight. Go through the challenges. Whatever happened, if you have a dream, you're gonna overcome all those challenges. And that's exactly what I did. I joined Power in November 2020, and you probably, like me, I was working for one company. I wasn't happy. I wasn't necessarily happy. I was the basic box that most people have. I was checking. I have my job, a stable job. I have my car. I have my home, but I wasn't necessarily happy. I was looking for something bigger than myself. I was looking for create impact. I was looking to achieve my biggest goals in life and reach my maximal potential, which I was feeling stuck in one place. That's the right word to do. So I got to the point that I was blaming my boss. I don't get a raise. I don't get a promotion. I don't know why me. I don't know. So the victim mentality, basically, blaming others doesn't allow you to see the reality. So. And this is something really important because you might think it's going to take a year, 5 years, 10 years. Take 1 second, like this. So I was working for this company, and I got to the point, listen, I don't see any progress. And instead of blaming others, so I need to take responsibility of my future, because my future, my life, my whole happiness was in other people's hands. And I got to the point, it's time for me to take the driver's seat, and from here forward, I'm responsible. This is something really difficult to admit. When you look at yourself in the mirror, and you say, I am responsible for my actions. I can blame no one else. I can blame, the past. I got to the point I was blaming why I was born in this poor country. I was supposed to be born in Finland or another country where they have everything solved. But so that's something like really difficult to understand. But I decided to change the mindset, and I found Power. That's something that I appreciate. I feel like a Power self not only save my future, also save my life, because I was frustrated, really frustrated, because I have this desire to do something better, but I can't find a way to do it. So
I joined Power. Since the very beginning, I said, I have this dream, and I feel like I cracked the code. This is the right company. You probably know how I joined Power, and nobody had to sell the opportunity to me. I don't know if it was a coincidence, destiny was meant to be, but I find Power, I joined right away. I don't know how to, I had to figure it out. I'm gonna make it work because this is my dream right here. So, and I promise, because I have something in my soul, when you know something is right, your soul is gonna tell you from you inside. And I knew the first time I joined Power, the first week, I saw this video, Power Revolution. I don't know, please type in the chat how many of you have you seen this video. This is powerful. You can see the love, the passion, the joy, you know. Andrea, Jonathan Bott, Jim Bunch, Charles Thompson. He said, I want to be part of this revolution. I'm going to give everything that I have. And I declare, I'm going to be number one. I want to be number one in this company. And I declare, and it's documented, I put it all over the place. And I got to do what I have to do number one, because I want to keep my word. I want to keep my word. So you probably see my result, you know, impact journey. I was a champion, number one, and number one in sales, personal sales. So if you ask me what is the biggest accomplishment in life, you might think it's one of those accolades, which are good. I understand it's a blessing, you know. But my biggest accomplishment in life is when I, you know, decide to chip away the victim mentality and take control. So I don't know if you know, can connect the dot, because if you believe in something, if you desire, if you have the soul, if you put the time, if you put the effort, the energy, the love, the passion, you're going to be unstoppable. And that's exactly what happened with me. So I mentioned at the very beginning when I first came to this country, and something crazy happened a few weeks ago. I was, again, pursuing my American dream, and I leave everything behind, trying to help my family, and looking for you know, different life, you know, different opportunities. At the beginning, I have a bunch of family in the South, in D.C., and you know, New York, but I decided to stay in New Jersey with my buddy Johnny, and we share this beautiful room that you see. It's a 12 by 12. That's what I live in. No TV, no computer, no refrigerator, no nothing. The only thing that I have, it was in the basement. By the way, it was in the basement, no finished basement, no heating, nothing. Basically, the only thing I had was one electrical, like the one Carol Lewis is working all the time, one electrical. So I was an athlete, you know. This is something I want to keep my mind busy, so I got to do something with this elliptical. So I use, in order to warm up, I was, you know, lifting, and so it was tough. So 2 weeks ago, we installed a solar system for this gentleman, the home that I lived the first time in this country. This is crazy. The odds, you know, that to happen is really difficult to happen. So a lot of emotion, a lot of, you know, memories, but I decided to keep going and never give up. So I remember this call from Irene saying, Ubaldo, I'm excited because they want you to be in the national convention. You're going to be a speaker. And you can tell in the voice he's excited, but at the beginning, you know, I have my mind is in a different place right now, because how are you going to be in a stage? I have never spoken in front of such a large crowd, and I have to fear. So this is between my conscious mind and my unconscious mind. So my conscious mind is telling me, Ubaldo, you should, you know, I tell you to do only oneself, so you keep quiet and in the dark. But my unconscious mind was doing, I had to do it. I had to figure it out. So now I'm facing the biggest fear the human have in the world, is public speaking. So I didn't was excited to give me the news, but I was terrified. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Are they gonna laugh at me? Are they gonna understand what I'm saying? I don't know. So I had to figure it out. But my inside was like, you gotta go. You gotta step in the challenge. You gotta show up. That's the only way you break, from the normal, from the bottom to the next step. So, long story short, based on the feedback that I have, that was a good presentation. I'm proud to be part of the group because I feel like I grow. I finally grow, personal growth, professional growth, and financial growth. So I feel like I have everything in thanks to power. So this is another thing most people plan in the future. I'm going to be next year, I'm going to do this, and 5 years, going to be this. But the question is the future guaranteed? Are you sure in 10 years you're going to do whatever you say you're going to do? Why not start right now? Why not stop talking and start acting? So the great Walt Disney said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. The question is, are you going to keep talking and making plans? Do you came to this world to be just a Mickey Mouse? Or you want to be the Walt Disney? You deserve to be grown. We came to this world to do better. And that's exactly what I'm trying to pass to you. I came from nothing, from zero. The only thing that I have was love in the family. And the desire to be better, to grow. And finally, I have this opportunity. So I know we have to step out of the comfort zone. Most people call comfort zone, but in reality, they have no comfort. They're really stuck in one place. They don't want to move. They don't want to go to the challenge. They don't want to go to the unknown because the fear, that's the biggest problem, the fear. And I have no fear. I feel to this point, I feel like I have no fear. So coming from Mexico for the second power journey where we build this home for the family in need, and after the most dramatic finish, we witnessed the little girl, Ximena, step in when, we are about to dedicate the home, and her little sister had to rush to the hospital, and she was like crying because she was happy and at the same time worse. So coming back from Mexico, we crossed the border, and we have like 5 hours left, and Cami, you probably know Cami, right? Who knows Cami? Who knows Cami? So Cami came with this amazing idea. He said, listen, we have like 5 hours left, and we have this amazing skydiving place. Who is willing to go and jump in the skydiving? I was like, my conscious mind said, well, I don't know. Now you're doing good. Don't risk your life. So don't pay attention to Cami because you're doing good. So again, I had to face the fear before, with public speaking. Now I had to face, the other fear, the biggest fear in my life was like, if you ask me, what is the last thing you're going to do in life? The first thing was skydiving. I will never do that. Don't try, don't even propose. So I remember, Jim Bunch, the breakthrough. And for most people, it was like a symbolic event, but a breakthrough. I had no fear. That's a piece of wood that you see, no fear. So I connect the dots. If I say no fear, I got to be connected with my promise. My promise, a promise to myself. Say, Cami, let's do it. So that was the biggest sensation I have in my entire life. That was like unbelievable. I can't even describe. So fear is like the thing that keep you maybe in the position you are right now. And once you beat the fear, the entire world is going to open to you. So I decided to, do my biggest, the best I can. I decided to give everything that I have. You probably see those pictures, and maybe you see the 4 happiest men in life, but there was a small, short moment. But what I see is all the process from the day I was born to this point. This is like the top of the mountain, right? This is a nice view. It's a beautiful view from the top of the mountain. But before I got to the mountain, I find flowers. It was sunny days, 90 days. But I also find snakes. I find frogs. I find everything. But I keep going. I keep moving. I keep going. I keep moving. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Keep moving. Because that's the only way you go from zero to the place you want to go. Thank you very much.
So now I'd like to bring to the stage in just a moment here a great group of people who have done phenomenal at selling. Mr. Andy Smith, Ubaldo, the #1 seller in the Power Platform today. Shelley Collet and Carol Cole Lewis, just amazing humans who have done beautiful work here in the Power Platform. So let's bring them to the stage. They're going to help you learn about selling solar in 2023. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? Put in the chat box if you're getting real value out of today. Let's know what your takeaways are so far. Put them in the chat box. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to be here with 3 of my esteemed colleagues, all badasses, one and all, and I can't wait to introduce all of them so that you can hear from them. Selling in this market, or selling under these conditions, what does that mean? Well, obviously, for the last few months, we've been dealing with some market conditions like interest rate hikes. In California, we're seeing net metering 3.0 coming in, and a lot of what might appear to be stressful. And it was funny, I guess funny is a good word. I was talking to someone from Texas, and so the person from Texas who's absolutely crushing sales there told me that at least California now can learn how to sell like they've been doing in Texas for the last decade. On a personal note, I'm originally from the United Kingdom. I was just back there with my family. And when we left to go over to the UK, everyone was crying and wailing here in California because gas was almost at $5.50 a gallon, $6 a gallon. Anyone want to put a guess how much it was in the UK at that same time? Rather than wait for you guys, I'll tell you, it was $10 a gallon, right? $10 a gallon for gas. But what does that mean? Does that mean everyone's broke or no one's selling cars in the UK? Well, of course not. That would be ridiculous. But what it has meant is a whole raft of fuel-efficient cars. 50 miles to the gallon is normal for a car in the UK. It's driving technology. EVs are taking off. So when things change, things can get honed and created. And I think that's what you're going to see here with Power as we go through and talk about that. So the first person I'd like to introduce, Shelley Collet, absolutely crushing it in Texas. And Shelley, why don't you give your feedback on what it's like to sell under these new conditions?
Yes, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here with all of these wonderful people and all of the great people that are here from the Leadership Conference. And it's so exciting to see all of you here. And yes, so thank you so much, Andy. And selling in this environment for me, I learned I'm always learning from people way smarter than me. And I think I learned a really, really long time ago something that I try to take into every day with me is that there's always going to be something, right? This environment, you could ask that question a year ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, right? There's always something about what's going on now, right? We've been through some unprecedented stuff that most of us never thought we would see in our lifetimes in the last few years. But I really chose, like I said, from people smarter than me, I learned that, you know what? I don't have to be at the effect of whatever this environment is.
But Carol, you and I go way back.
We do.
We're definitely back. OG, but less of the O, okay? But I was talking at the beginning about how the United Kingdom market for cars is rampant. People are selling cars, but the cars have adapted, or the expectations of if it's $10 a gallon, the car better do 50 to the gallon, right? So I know that you have great insight in, particularly with net metering 3.0, and how we might adapt as sellers, and how the market might adapt in California to the current conditions, and how inspired you've been, which has been brilliant.
Well, actually, I'm quite excited, Andy. To me, how many of you actually have heard about what's been going on in California with net energy metering 3.0? How many of you are selling in a California marketplace and are doing that? You can just raise your hand so I get a feeling. It looks like there's quite a bit of you that are aware of it. Net energy metering 3.0, I think, is something, it's the third iteration of net energy metering in California. The first two versions of net energy metering were net energy metering 1 and net energy metering 2. Effectively, what those two net energy meterings allowed you to do was to, in a sense, use the grid like a virtual battery. Well, with what has happened with net energy metering 3 is that is now no longer viable or possible. So you're going to need to have batteries when you sell in California. Now, most of my market is in Northern California, so we've been going batteries for a long time because of the power outages and PSPSs, public safety power shutdowns, for people that don't know that. It's the whole idea of actually selling a battery is really overdue. The problem that we've had in California is what's called the duck curve. Have you heard of the duck curve? No, not that. The duck curve, because it looks like a duck. And here's what's happening with the duck curve, and why this is such a good thing that we're now moving more towards renewables. During the noontime hours, there's been so much electricity that's produced that electricity is super cheap. And then the retail rates have gone down, so we're not getting as much, and the gap between retail rates in the afternoon and at night are getting greater and greater, so batteries really help with that. But the problem is when we get to the bottom here, this like 8, 9 o'clock at night, what's happening here are the dirty fossil fuel plants have to come back on, because we cannot, all the people that have solar without batteries have to now start using the grid. And that's kind of defeating the purpose of why we're all going solar, is that we're doing solar in order to make a difference in the world. So batteries is where it has to go. And one other thing, too, I don't know if any of you were at the Power World 2021. Do you remember that? Tony Seba presented at Power World 2021. If you're feeling kind of grim and glum about this world that we find ourselves in, I invite you to look up The Great Transformation and its disruption in energy on YouTube. That video just came out in October. You're going to leave there so stoked, because did you know that solar energy is the cheapest form of energy ever? And that's unsubsidized. By 2030, we are going to see this planet completely taken over by solar, wind, and renewables. And you guys, you're a part of this. We're all a part of this. Right. This is awesome. So we will help make this change. We will help see the future where we're all really bringing about that we want to see.
The shift to distributed energy is obvious. It's the absolute solution, and we are at the forefront of it with the most efficient sales model, bar none, in this industry. Absolutely. To make that happen and absolutely crush the California utilities through economics. If we can't beat them politically, we'll crush them economically. It's a fantastic opportunity for us all. I could not be more excited about the future and the evolution that we're seeing, and the efficiencies that we have while we're doing that. One of the things I forgot to mention, by the way, if you guys have questions on selling in this under these current conditions, or any feedback, do put them in the chat, because they're going to get pulled out, and hopefully we can answer them towards the end. If you have any questions or any comments, that would be great if you want to put any feedback in there. When I talk about power, yes, I'm OG. I've been part of this my whole business life, it feels like now, but 8 years or so. Our model just gets better and better and better and better and better, and more efficient and more efficient and more efficient. When you are this efficient, no matter what the conditions are that are coming at you, you're able to not only just survive those conditions, but thrive under those conditions. Yesterday, we learned, so we have a cost of goods model, which I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with what that means. But what it means for us, as of yesterday, we all just got a pay raise doing what we're doing anyway. Because guess what? The cost of panels came down because of our efficiencies, our purchasing conditions, the volume that we're doing. It doesn't get any better. Can you think of any other solar company out there that wouldn't just pocket that reduction? But we get to see it and we get to feel it because that's our model, the cost of goods model.
Absolutely.
I want to introduce, well, everyone knows Ubaldo Torres, the absolute badass on the East Coast. He is Mr. East Coast Solar. And Ubaldo, I know that you had some great feedback that you wanted to share on being adaptable under these conditions using the Power Platform. So take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Andy. First of all, I just want to thank the whole Power organization for making this event happen. This is unbelievable. I feel honored. I feel blessed to be in stage. Andy, as a matter of fact, you are my hero. When I first started, you was like the first person that I learned everything. So thank you so much. So yes, since 2008, we in this beautiful country, we enjoy the most, the lowest interest rate in history. And like everything in life, nothing lasts forever. That's what they say. Okay, so. The question is, did Ubaldo anticipate 7 hikes in the interest rate? No. So this is something I have no control over. So what I did was I adapt. I adapt to those things that I can control. And I make adjustment. So that's one of the reasons why I don't sell just saving. Saving just one piece of the puzzle. So what I sell value. So, and I want you to listen very carefully because if you are able to present the solar proposition in a centered way that the value overweight the cost of the system, it doesn't really matter if you're going to pay the same, you're going to pay a little bit more, but the homeowner knows that he's getting value. That's the most important thing. So I focus on value, and it's so many ways you can present the value. If you go for the ownership part, and this is one example that I always do when I do a presentation. I was renting for 9 years, paying $1,300 in rent. So when I did the math, I paid this guy $140,000. So what I get back in return, nothing. So I lost all those money. So I pay double now for my mortgage. I paid $3,000 in mortgage, but I'm happy because I'm paying something that I own. And at some point, I'm going to own the system. I'm going to own my home. The same thing with a solar system. So I try to present the different way that the homeowner open the eyes and see the difference between paying someone else and paying something that you own. And everything is started with one simple question, because I think the solar proposition has more value than ever before for 2 particular reasons. Number one, the utility rates keep going up in record time. Record times. For instance, I have the PA, Pennsylvania is my second biggest market, and just last year, they increased the utility rate by 38%. 38%. This is unbelievable. So if I open the eye for the homeowner to see the problem, that's something that I try to do all the time. Listen, I ask one simple question. Do you believe the utility rates are going to stay the same for 20 years, 10 years? Mm-hmm. It's going to be lower, you're going to pay less, or you're going to pay more? Let them answer. So because you're going to prepare before doing the numbers, before doing the presentation, you're going to prepare the homeowner. Because at some point, you're going to see, listen, this is how much you're going to pay. This is how much you're going to, basically. So all the questions that I ask all the time is one very simple question. Very, very simple question. So if I give you 2 options, okay, I'm going to give you 2 options. You choose, you're going to choose one, okay? I'm going to give you 2 options. Option number 1 is you're going to pay, okay, $100 every month for the rest of your life. And keep in mind, it might increase by 5, 8, 10% every year. And the other option I'm going to give you is you're going to pay $120 or $125, whatever, a little bit more, a little bit over. In 20 years, you don't have to pay no more. So which one you choose? Mm-hmm. You let them answer. Because at the end of the presentation, you might have this difference in the price because I'm not selling you the saving. You might have savings, you might have savings in some cases, but in some cases, it's just about the value. So at the end of the presentation, you're obviously gonna see the value because I can pay more, like I was mentioning with my mortgage. I pay more, but it's something that I own. So it's something simple, guys. I had this beautiful year last year, and I expect to do better. I don't really care about the noises. I don't panic. I don't stress myself because I have no control. What I need to do is adapt. If I need to lower my margin, I do. I have control over it, especially now that we have this amazing incentive for the rebate, the financial rebate. So it's a lot of things that we can do in order to be successful and not only do one clause. I need to do basically my idea is to be consistent. In order to do that, I need to adjust. I need to adapt to whatever the reality is right now. So.
That's perfect, Ubaldo, and there's no better role model for doing that than Ubaldo Torres. So if you want to learn, one of the joys of the Power Platform 2 is these wonderful people stepping up and doing trainings on exactly these and having those resources available to us in Power. So avail yourself. Power Solar and Storage just put up the knowledge base, has tons of training on battery storage. Make sure you're availing yourself of it because definitely sharpening your sword is really key in this time too.
Fernando Brown, você. Hey, look who's here.
Right now. I recognize one of the warriors on the wall.
I want to take a picture. Somebody asked me, give me the ID. It's my ID right here.
energía solar ahora. Protéjase contra el aumento de las tarifas eléctricas. Los profesionales de Robinhood Solar Group ayudan a los propietarios a ahorrar dinero con los paneles solares. Permítanos mostrarle cómo puede aprovechar los incentivos federales y estatales. $0 por adelantado para la instalación. Pago mensual fijo que nunca subirá. Ahorre hasta un 80% en su factura de electricidad actual mientras agrega valor a su hogar. Llámenos o vea a robinhoodsolargroup.com y mire a los muchos clientes satisfechos. Llame hoy para obtener un presupuesto gratuito.
Go solar now. Protect yourself against rising utility rates. The professionals at Robinhood Solar Group help homeowners save money by producing their own electricity with solar. Let us show you how you can take advantage of federal and state incentives. $0 up front for installation. Fixed monthly payment that will never go up. Save up to 80% off your current electric bill while adding value to your home. Call us or go to robinhoodsolargroup.com and see the many satisfied customers and 5-star testimonials. Call today for a free price quote.